Yeah, I think the future is going to look a lot different than it does today. I think people are frustrated with the status quo and actively looking for change. And, I think this is the opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity for us to solve some of the industry's longest standing problems. I think what has to happen though is that buyers and sellers both win in the future, and the value that has been locked up with some of the legacy measurement and currency solutions can be unlocked. I think the legacy solutions have been undercounting cross-platform audiences for a long time. Large-scale datasets, gaining acceptance as a reliable way to measure cross-platform and advanced audiences and business outcomes, and I think that's driving a lot of change. I think the market's moving to a multi-currency marketplace and less reliance on a single currency that's been there before, and there's a lot of opportunity for both buyers and sellers to win in that environment.
The whole industry seems to be looking for that alternative currency that you're talking about, and indeed VideoAmp is running pilots with some really big buy-side companies, the big holding companies. What led to those agreements, and how are those tests being conducted?
Yeah, the currency pilots are well underway, and results are looking good. I think it's very much a collaboration between the buy side and the sell side. We have a very strong focus on ensuring that both sides can win and extract value. As you said, the agency holding companies are leading in. We have all but one involved in the pilots. On the majority of the TV networks are engaged with the pilots and doing tests. Viacom CBS is already in market with VideoAmp as currency and talking to clients about transacting on our data. So there's a lot of opportunity there, and the way that we are going about it is really building trust on our data, educating how we do things, very much open collaboration on methodology and infrastructure. And again, for us, it's not about just providing a replacement for the legacy systems. It's about creating new value and unlocking the value that's there for the buyers and the sellers. I think for publishers, that's about increasing yield, driving more revenue. And with cross-platform, you can find net new households with streaming that are incremental to linear. You can understand how to package linear and streaming together. For advertisers, you can connect audiences to business outcomes and drive better ROI. So that's what we're focused on with the pilots, and everyone's leaning in. We're also building the infrastructure that's needed, which is a large investment to make sure that buyers and sellers both can operationalize a new currency, and we're making a lot of progress, and things are really on track. We're very focused on giving the market a viable alternative going into the next upfronts to be able to transact on.
Yeah, I remember, it must have been 3-4 years ago, meeting with you and Ross, and VideoAmp was, just a kitten, and now you're more of a cat in this kind of growing CTV environment. As you sort of grow to meet those challenges, could you talk a little bit about sort of the business story, like anything you could share in terms of what you've had to do to resource yourself for the opportunity that you have?
Yeah, we recently announced a $275 million round of investment, and we're using that, putting that to work straight away to accelerate the growth and bring on hundreds of new employees to both sales, engineering, and across the board to support the growth. And we really want to condense a 3-year timeline and roadmap into 1 year, and our goal is to innovate faster than anyone else in the space and do all the necessary work to provide the industry with a a viable alternative, and that there's a lot to do still. We're very much collaborating with buyers and sellers, and we want both sides to win, and we're very focused on that.